So this was myself and Elaine's assignment, which was to create a 3-lesson teaching and learning unit around the development educated patient of our choice. So myself and Elaine used a recent BBC documentary, which I don't know if any of you have seen, called Exodus, Our Journey to Europe, as our starting point. In 2015, a BBC documentary crew distributed smartphones to refugees and asked them to film their journey to Europe so that they could form footage of parts of the journey that film crews don't usually access, so such as travelling in a dinghy from Turkey to Greece, or travelling across the Sahara in the back of a really packed jeep. So these are some of the people who took phones. We have Ahmed and Hassan are both from Syria, Sadiq and Ali came from Afghanistan, and Alani up in the corner is from Gambia. So these 5 men all filmed their footage. It was edited together with some fly-on-the-wall footage, traditional documentary footage of them making their crossing, along with studio interviews once they've reached their destination. So it shows the experiences of refugees travelling to Europe through their own eyes, and importantly in their own words. It harnesses the tools of the digital age to give a voice to the refugees themselves to tell their own story. And it's really quite raw, very shocking, and if you haven't seen it, I would really, really recommend it. One of the subjects in the documentary is this girl, Isra. So she takes a smartphone and films her family's journey. She's an 11-year-old girl, and along with 15 members of her family, she left Syria to travel to Europe. So that journey involves travelling from Turkey to Greece, and then basically walking from Greece up to Germany. We felt that her experience of crossing into Europe and then struggling to access shelter, housing and education would offer an opportunity to spark debate and discussion among our students, and then to stimulate them to do research and ultimately to take action. We were clear about our goal from the start. We wanted students to move beyond outrage and sympathy, and to instead encourage them to find points of connection with refugees and between their own personal experience and that of refugees, and then move on to identifying specific inequalities. We were also very clear about something else. We decided to use the word refugee throughout our teaching and learning unit. Although the role of the teacher in our unit was predominantly as an impartial facilitator within a value system of equality and social justice, we felt that migrant, which is the term they use in the documentary, implied a degree of choice that we didn't feel the subjects of the documentary really had. We were also keen for our teaching and learning unit to feed into the new junior cycle English subject specification, which advocates a thematic approach to English. So you would do units on, say, growing up or childhood, and we felt that our unit would fit neatly in with, say, a longer unit about journeys or war. It could also be used alongside some of the key junior cycle texts like Weight of Water or Son of Rambo. And our main subject-specific focus was building towards the oral communication task as part of the new junior cycle subject and the classroom-based assessment. So just to talk you briefly through the 3 lessons. Our 3 lessons had the same basic format, so preliminary discussion, introduction and interrogation of stimulus, and then space for reflection afterwards. So the first lesson, A World Outside Our Own, was to introduce the refugees' stories through a clip of Isra and then some individual, group and pair work around key terminology and facts about the crisis. And the second lesson, A Global Mobile World, was all about finding points of connection between how students use their phone and how refugees might use their phones. So the goal was kind of to get students to recognise the agency involved in the refugees' journey, because we found that refugees are often perceived through the lens of powerlessness, and we often see footage of them waiting passively for borders to be open, and we view people in that footage as completely different to ourselves. So we used this image in that class. So this is part of this hashtag selfie to safety, which is where people take a picture after they land in Europe and send it back to their relatives. So we thought this might challenge students to view the refugee journey differently than, say, the images of like Alana Purdy from 2015. I'm sure all of you remember that child. The focus in this lesson was on the transformative power of the mobile phone, not just a tool for one-to-one communication, but it can also be a selfie taker, a life-saving map provider, a pathway to education, importantly, and a way for everyone, students and refugees alike, to capture moments that can change perceptions. So finally, in lesson 3, students were asked to use their mobile phones to create a short clip of their own views and research on the issue, in which they had to meet the junior cycle specifications of having a target audience and a desired action.